Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm Prism, and today we're back with some more Evolve Lab. Now, it has been a while since I've been playing some of this. I had a bit of busy weekend, not last weekend, gone the one before that, and I've kind of like had a stockpile of videos made up because it was my brother's secret wedding, which was a very fun experience for all of us. I have kind of been messing around with some stuff behind the scenes and testing things and stuff like that, and I kind of want to just like get more testing done and stuff also. So we're going to go with the Hexapus, and we're going to just try and do like a 3-run run with them and see how we go. Start off with the average lot. But yeah, the wedding was really good. We had a fancy dress, everything else, and I kind of put the whole hog into the fancy dress because I thought that would be a great idea. So yeah, I had good fun. Anyway, let's see what we're going to do here. Child, shurikens, more children. I think like a summoning build for one of them is a good idea, and then go like an energy build for another one, and then do like a projectile build for the other is going to be what I want to go with, maybe, with what we've got here currently. So I think like picking that up, like we'd love to triple this action or stuff, but then it loses so much of its value, and I'd rather get like lots of stacks on it first, so we want more defensive things to be attached to this as well. I think the energize on this is pretty good, because like it means I get like double the scaling, and if I start getting any energy and stuff, that's kind of like the main point. Moving across to here, I guess we've got the child, and then basically, yeah, like do you want the curse on one, or do you want them to have like the infest action, which basically can do some good stuff? I don't think so. I think the curse could be fine, right? Or do we just go like a bit more anti? Yeah, let's do the anti bit on that as well. And like add a shield to them, increase their size, increase their speed. I guess that could have the energy as well if we're going the energy build on this. A little bit. And then maybe go like this one with more like a strength based one. Yeah, that seems probably better, doesn't it? So I'm going to start putting mines down and make them useful, I guess. Increase the speed of these, the size. I think the size is pretty good. And maybe the speed as well. This one, I don't really know what else we want, because, like, what else is there? And I guess this guy, we're just going to go with the hammer. I guess we are back to hammer time again. Dash, I guess we'll go with the avoid still, and set that up so we're not worried. I think we also keep this in here, because I think that's a good idea as well. I guess we'll just give one of those child a shield. What do we got then? Avoid, ball dance, and then boomerang with the shuriken. This guy at the moment has the shuriken doing 2 damage, and then has a thing. I think the children is the best one here, because that's going to deal with a lot of their stuff and not make me worry. So, start fight with the children. Gleeful Sophie. The main point of it is the fact that, like, the summoning of the stuff is going to be, like, absorbing a lot of hits and things, as well as dealing damage, so in theory, I shouldn't take too much and they should take more, but we all know that never works out the way you want it to, because of just random movements. But not much you can really do about that, right? Not much you can do about it. Okay, what else do we want to go with? So if we're going energy on this one, and that's going child, this is going strength, so you kind of want more strength on this anyway, and you want that the hammer to have improved aim, because I think that's going to be useful. I would also like it on the shuriken as well, but yeah, like, there's not much really I can do about that at the moment. I think also getting that set up is a good idea. This being the child build, we're going to get health from there, make it more of a tank. And increase duration, increase action speed. That doesn't scale, which is the thing that I'm more frustrated with, right? What else do we want? I think we should get some dolphins in here as well, if we got all the children and stuff, right? I think that's a good idea on that one. And then, like, bubbles, if we're going for all the other stuff as well. Just so we can have more interesting stuff. We have a cleanse, we have that thing. I guess the children will work again quite well, because it will also take care of those, and maybe that also. So And that's quick. Good old gleeful Sophie. She's a mother that takes charge. Okay. So that now is going to work really well. We pick that up to give that more damage and everything else. Make this bounce because I think that's pretty useful. And then we're just going to really focus on that until we get like massively duplicate it. Got no poison stuff, but this having some shield to protect me seems pretty good. Do we like heavily invest into this one particular child? With them spawning at random locations, this seems pretty good as well, but that could also hinder me. The split action seems awesome. Some modules cycle to your array. Several modules can be applied to the same action. So, okay. You have the hammer that can do that as well. I think increasing the action of the hammer... No, I kind of wanted that on the thing. That's my fault. Okay, I guess we're doing that with the hammer then for now. Guess we'll get another dolphin, because that just seems like a good idea. Got nothing here that I really want to pick up. So we've got the shielding just to help out. Child dash movement. I guess we're trying to stay away and throw stuff, so that's kind of like the plan here. Right? I'm going to put that at the end, just because that seems like a good idea. We've also already got that. And then I guess we're going to put this in, just so we can like have the anti-poison stuff if we do have that. I guess that is not doing anything, so that seems an absolute delight. So let's just throw this guy out. I do like the fact that they do a bit more damage and I just get like them all as well. The main thing is I want is to get them to be applying like poison each. Random, dangerous. That is not a great setup, but I guess we'll take the first slot to go with. So what have we got here then? Venom, decreased time poison ticks. That seems kind of cool. Anchor. So combat an anchor spawn in the middle of the battlefield. The anchor acts a wall for 6 seconds. So the wall I do like on this one, just because it allows me to set my summons and stuff. That's kind of nice. Or oh, I went the wrong one, didn't I? Deadly. Well, your actions have 2 damage. No, Deadly's on that guy then. Clicking random stuff is my absolute problem. Whenever one of your spawns a creature, that seems really good. Guess we don't want that then. Maybe poison on this, just to help out, or proximity, no. Actionable for 6 seconds. Poison it is then. That's my fault. I gotta stop just randomly doing that rubbish. Pick that up first, because that seems really good to do. Combo. Whenever it kills something, it just does more. That seems kind of cool, actually, because like it repeating itself on repeat seems brilliant. Same with the hammer, really. I like the idea of that comboing off. Increasing my creature's speed would seem pretty good. Oh, do you guys get more boomerangs and stuff? I think some boomerangs would be kind of cool. Consistently throwing them out on repeats and stuff would seem a good choice, I think. And then just like apply random buffs to them and stuff, just to kind of like keep them around. Yeah, or get more dancing. The other thing I want to do with this... I think keeping that going seems great. And then maybe do we put a poison cloud just to kind of like help out with that? I think so. Because like the poison cloud I think is useful. And what we got here, ghost. So we don't really want those because the ghosts will just do really annoying stuff. Then it's going to keep teleporting around, which I guess we do want my stuff to do this. Because like these aren't going to be very useful. And we can't take full control, but we can with this. Because we've got like 2 of them, so like we can probably help ourselves. So yeah, I guess we're starting the fight with the child build. There we go, children and dolphins. I do have add 3 poison to something. That's kind of cool. Forgot I had that. Well, let's continue. Because, yeah, the venom on stuff can be pretty useful with like, whatever on here. But I don't really want it to be on this. Do I really want it on this? I guess this is getting more energy, I guess. No, we want the damage on the shuriken anyway. I guess, yeah, we do more energy, don't we? Because it's just going to help out and increase their size. This one, you want to spawn more children, I guess? On their health, reduce the transaction time. Trident seems interesting. I think having an avoid as part of the movement ability seems like a good idea. Again, put another child down. Do we add this one to the shielding? Do we give that infested? I think we give that infested, right? Just to have something different. Like, make them do something else other than the current stuff that we're trying to do with them. And then we got this, which we don't have to increase on there. Although, like, we give that and that, then it does give this more damage. And there is reason then to kind of, like, have a bit of energy stuff into it. But I think that's a little bit too much, isn't it, really? That throwing more hammers out could be pretty good. Are you applying the curse, actually? Oh, we can't apply that to that. When the action dies. Okay. Yeah, I think we buy that. And then we'll also buy another one of those to just take control of any of the children builds like this and stuff, because they can be very frustrating to deal with, and I'm never a fan of them. It's like this one can't really deal with it, but this one can quite nicely, and it's just going to keep going like that, I think. Lots of poison for them, but unfortunately my poison randomly just does more damage. Apparently. Stacking it up. Okay. So again, I guess we go with that, get the strength on there. Do we just keep going more like energy stuff? I don't really get any energy stuff, it's very annoying. Targeting is already done. I think adding the bouncers again, just keep these going around the room is going to be pretty good. Then having like avoids and stuff could be pretty useful to stay away. Targeting, I'm going to put that on the poison smoke because I think that's going to be useful. And yeah, we're just going to take control of everything they end up summoning with that one. I think that's a good idea. This though. What do I do here? I think you just go like spikes or stuff, maybe? Or do we just go like a projectile net to kind of stop them moving? I think the net is probably a good idea. Then be increasing my speed, or do we just get poison on the hammer? Let's get poison on the hammer. Actually put it on there, so that's kind of like at least somewhat useful to combat. We have the aggression guy and the approach, so that's the one thing we've got to watch out for. This could be a problem with this sort of build. They can't do anything else. I think this is kind of cool and fine, although they pretty much have spikes up constantly. So maybe this is the build. 2 hammers, poison. Combat behind enemy creatures to combat behind. So they're going to start behind me anyway. I'm just going straight into the avoid. Yeah, let's try that. I think the main thing we're here, we're just using, yeah, the cool thing is the hammers really dealt with the spikes quite well. And I like the fact I'm learning a lot of the stuff with, like the best ways to kind of combat things and stuff like that, even if I do muck it up. What we got here? Pinball. Actions no longer stop when the duration ends. Dash actions. Okay. That doesn't seem great. Ambush, stop behind the creature, don't like that. Every shield stack gives you 1 energy. Juggler. Whenever it bounced, doubled its damage. Well, this is kind of what we want with this. So we're going to take Juggler on this guy. Shielding seems like a good idea with this one. Helps we get energy as well if we wanted it, but I don't think that's kind of like the priority. Alright, whenever your actions combos. Let's spawn a creature. Your creature spawns initial copy of it. Adds one combo module to your inventory. Like, pinball would seem interesting, but I'm not a fan of it. Energy generator, again, seems interesting, but nothing else other than this guy does. We already picked stuff up on there. I think we just re-roll these and see what we get. Right? Juggler, so when everything bounces, gets more damage. Ignore all damage from consecutive hits of the same action. Kind of cool. A spawn additional tentacle whenever a tentacle action is used. That could be good for this guy, as we do technically have some strength scaling on him. Speed down, increase size. All your actions have 2 size. Increase transition time and state. All your actions have +2 damage. That's just generally pretty good, actually. I think having the tentacle could be pretty good, to be honest, right? Like this one, I think that's pretty good because the extra health and like all of these just being better is also pretty good. So this one we want to buy the tentacle just so we have it. That's kind of a good idea. This we want to increase the energy on to begin with. And then I think like having those bounce around seem like a really good idea more. So they're just going to deal a lot of damage. Going back to this. What else do we want here? I guess more... Okay, we got the health increase with low on speed, so I'd like to increase my speed or the health of my other guys if we can. That dying is important. Spawn another child. No, I think we set up a nullify. That seems pretty good. You get another tentacle, because I think that's just going to be a good idea to have anyway, if we've got the tentacle thing. And then poison, boomerangs. I know I can reroll stuff as well, like I am being silly about it, so I'm not, you know, completely dumb, but... I guess we'll get a bubble just so we have it, and then maybe get some energy scaling on this. Having a child. To combat! A law, 1 child, which we can take full control of pretty immediately, and then the net. So I guess, yeah, anti-child theft. My child now. I don't know how this thing isn't dying yet, but eventually it will. Child theft. That's right, Sophie. All children are yours. Some of the dumb stuff you end up doing, right? Some of the dumb stuff. Okay. So, first of all, can we, like, increase damage or stuff like that? Speed. We could go with, like, shuriken stuff. Like, that's got a lot of damage on it, and, like, tripling it up would be insane right now. Like, it does have its base, I think, and then... like all the other stuff, but then like having it repeatedly go off just seems hilarious. It doesn't have poison on it, and I kind of want poison on it though before I do that. Maybe that's me. Maybe that is me. We'll have a look about it and we'll have a think, and then we'll look at re-rolling stuff like that. Before we do that though, let's look at what we got here. So any energy base, we have health and stuff. That seems pretty normal. Dashes, a law, which actually is kind of pretty good actually, just to make sure that we don't get hit by like certain things. Moving on to this one. More hammers, so I do like my hammers. And then maybe we'll get one of these to be targetable, just so we're not worrying about that. What else do we want here? Let's delay that a little bit, just so we can get it to trigger in my favor a bit more. I think that's a good idea. And then, like, getting the bubbles to generate every single time will be pretty good as well, actually. Now, with this, I kind of just need poison or, like, ricochet and stuff. I'm also thinking combo, but I think it's only applied once already, so I can't do that. So yeah, let's do this. That's poison. I'll take that. Seems pretty good. And then more bouncing. Yes. The poison is what I care about the most, because 3 poison will just stack up loads. This guy seems to got a lot of energy stuff, which is kind of all teleporting around. Does summon things which could hurt me. This is going to be a problem. I think this is the best one for it, just because I should be able to take care of everything else. I thought, anyway. But apparently the net just deals with everything I have immediately. That is completely unfair. I guess the fragile thing is the problem, isn't it, on that? Okay, I misunderstood something still within the game. My bad. Guess the children is always the way. Okay. Anyway, now that I've mucked that up, what else do we want to go with? I guess this hammer can take some targeting as well. Maybe increase its damage, or do we start going for shurikens again on this guy? Just increasing their damage overall, because it does have good poison. I think it's still pretty good, right? What else would be really going for here? Like, nothing here is, like, really useful. I guess we'll roll these, maybe get some more summons and stuff. Again, we'll put that down to make sure we don't have any issues there. Put that down as well. Are you summoning things? You are not summoning things, but you do apply poison, so we might go this one instead then. The main thing is I kind of want to apply poison to them if I get the opportunity to. Because like once the poison's applied, we start doing good damage. We got good like other stuff as well. Ouch, I was winning that. The disappointment in my face is immeasurable. Okay, random. Guess we're going random, and we got the anti-children theft, which is the only bit we're going for, so juggler is pointless. Power state would seem interesting. Adaptable armor seems kind of cool. Nourish, but the live tiger +1 in size, that's all really good. They all are alive anyway. More dolphins, more speed, all that sort of good stuff as well. Nothing really to defend me, though. Useful damage without the energy tag. Guess we're putting that down. Guess we're getting this up for some defense. I guess having this thing stay alive for longer is a good idea as well. Just because it's going to absorb a lot of stuff. And yeah, you're a summoning build, so that's also fine by me. Do I die? Do they die? Looks like I'm gonna die because that's the way everything works, apparently. Oh no, maybe not. Don't summon stuff against Sophie. Sophie will take everything from you. Sophie's the best mother. So yeah, nothing has an energized attack except those things, so I guess we just want to keep up my health and stuff, and then we go for like eggs and things. It's more tadpoles and breaks, that's kind of cool. Also kind of like the children and the dolphins and stuff, like having cool abilities like poison and curse stuff would be pretty good as well. Can we just do that and then that and carry on? Not much we can do about it, but the main thing for me is like the more stuff I take control of, the less they can really do stuff about like hitting me, because I have just more stuff, plus they're also going to hit the wall thingy-mabobbies, and then we do have the poison cloud that can do some cool things, so it's not a bad build, to to be honest. I'm surprised it's doing as well as it is. Just focused on one, and then the other people just didn't do the thing I wanted it to. With that being said, we should keep more of those anti-child approaches. Probably set a few more. Oh no, approach avoids up, but that's my fault. Yeah, I wish I could like get rid of these after you've bought them by accident. Oh, can you undo? You can't undo. Yeah, I was gonna say I should be able to undo. I remember being able to undo. Damage, speed. I don't think damage is an issue for me, except maybe like on the poison and stuff. But I think just the speed being better to approach them to actually apply the poison is more important for that. Oh yeah, and you just have a ghost and the thing that's going to bounce around for ages, so... Yeah. Okay, so this one was more annoying because of the tadpoles and they stayed around for ages. That's how I lost on that one. Okay. That wasn't bad though. That was a pretty good run in my opinion. Depth 12 with that. Got a good amount and get some more research points. Can we unlock anything new though? No, not quite yet. We need 20 of those, so we're not far off, and then we'll get the shell guy as well. Well, I'm going to leave it here. It's nice to get back into it. I've got to play more of this as well and kind of like really get back into enjoying it. And maybe we'll try and like fully do all of these tasks, hopefully before the full release of the game, because I'm still really enjoying it, and I want to try and create something that's dumb, stupid, and powerful at the same time. So again, if you do enjoy these videos, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.